So the second link, Sankara Vijaya Vinyanam, duty and Bodhisande, death and rebirth. What we call rebirth is just mind and matter. When these mind and matter arise, we say in conventional usage that this person has transmigrated to another life or reincarnated in another life. We can use this expression because living in the conventional world, we cannot avoid using them. But we need to understand that nothing is really transferred, since the mind and body that arise at rebirth are all new. According to the Buddhist explanation, the rebirth does not mean that a permanent soul or permanent entity or a being transmigrates from one life to another. Nothing from this life goes over to the next life. All arise in the new. All arise in the new life are just new mind and matter, even though they are the results of our past karma. So the relinking or the rebirth in the present life is totally a new life. But it has connection with karma in the past. So the karma had potential, and it will give results in many lives. So commentary gave many examples, echo, reflection, lamp, and the last one is the seal or stamp. When you make a seal, the image on the stamp looks similar to the impression that you make. But the impression is not the same thing as the surface of the stamp. It is a new thing. But the impression cannot be made without the stamp. In the same way, the consciousness of the new life is not the old consciousness from the previous life. It is a new consciousness. But the mind which cling to avijja and sankhara at the moment of death is not separate from the cause of the old life. The consciousness of the new life must arise due to the cause of the old life. So in the present life, although the preceding consciousness and succeeding consciousness arise one after another, we can say that it is the mental process of one person or a single individual within a whole day. So we can say it as a single individual within a whole year. We can call it a single individual within one lifetime, according to this Ekata method. Ekata means one person. So we can also say that the consciousness of the previous life and the new consciousness of the following life are one person. When we say that good man reborn in the Deva realms, he reborn as a Deva. So that bad man, evil person, reborn in the hell, go to the hell, etc. We say it according to this categorization. When we speak like this, we do not believe that the body transmigrates between rebirths. Actually, we must take note that we only designate the mental process which occur as the interaction of cause and effect as a single person or individual. So there is no transference of any of the physical and mental process of the old life to the new life. So in every life, we accumulate many properties. In our books, there are 4 kinds of properties. Chinkama properties, Tawara properties, Ingasama properties, and Anugamika properties in Pali. So I will explain. Jingama properties and Tawara properties. The commentary mentioned that the companions, employees, friends, dogs, cats, and other living things as Jingama properties. Jingama means mobile, movable properties. And non-moving, lifeless things are Tawara properties. Tawara properties. But in the traditional way, we can say gold, silver, clothing, vehicle, which are easily changeable, are to be regarded as Jingama properties. And these Jingama properties can be stolen by the thieves and robbers, etc. And we cannot own these properties permanently because they are changeable. So companions, friends, dogs, cats, vehicle can belong to other person the next moment. So Jingama is mobile, and second one is Tawara. Tawara, permanent properties. These properties are land, estate, building, etc. So these are more stable than movable properties. These are more durable. But if unfavorable times, these properties can be lost. And more reliable properties is Ingasama properties. That is your profession or your education. That is, you know medicine, you know accountants, you know business, you have that kinds of profession. So that is Ingasama. That is that property is like the parts of your body. Whenever you go, your properties, your profession is there. It cannot be stolen by other people. And also these properties are only for one life, and when you die, this property cannot be transferred to next life. And the last property is more reliable, that is Anugamika properties. So Anugamika property is no other things, your wholesome volitional activities, good karma, that is charity, observing moral precepts, and meditation. So nobody can steal these kinds of properties. And these Anugamika properties will follow you in your life cycle, and it will give you very good results. So that is Anugamika properties. Now meditation. By practicing meditation, if you gain a Sotapatti Megaphala, and then you can gain the Ariyadana, that is noble treasure or noble properties. So these noble properties are Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Jaga, Pinya, Hiri, Uttapa. In Pali, Saddha, faith in the true Buddha, true Dhamma, true Sangha, and practice. Sila, morality. Sutta, knowledge. Jaga, charity. Pinya, Vipassana, insight knowledge. Hiri, Uttapa, moral shame and moral fear. So regarding this, even though nothing can be transferred to next life, this Anugamika property can be transferred in your life cycle, and it can give you very good benefits, very good fruits in many existences. So for properties in Bali, please follow me. Four kinds of properties.
4 kinds of property.
4 kinds of properties.
4 kinds of property.
Jingama properties.
Jingama property.
Tawara properties.
Tawara property.
And Ingasama properties.
Ingasama property.
Anugamika properties.
Anugamika property.
Jingama properties.
Jingama property,
Tawara properties,
Tawara property,
Ingasama properties,
Ingasama property,
Anugamika properties.
Anugamika properties.
So again, Jingama is mobile, and it can be moved. Tawara is immobile, that is permanent properties, your estate, your house, etc. And Ingasama property is your profession, like your parts of the body. Anugamika properties, the merits following you in your life cycle, and if you gain Sotapati Mega, you can enjoy the 7 noble treasure or 7 noble properties. So we need to understand that process very clearly, because we not become Arahant yet. We have to go rounds and rounds in samsara, and when the consciousness of the new life arises, the being from the old life definitely does not transfer over. Although we call it a single individual, actually no single person exists. And we can call the being who is totally unrelated to the old life a new being. We cannot say that the being is definitely different from the previous life. So if we believe that, when a person completely disappears from the old life and is reborn in the new life as a new person, it is wrong. It is a nihilist view. For the most part, Buddhists can be free from this wrong view. In conventional terms, however, according to Ekata method, we can say that the interaction of cause and effect is a single individual. The person from the previous life is reborn into the new life. In reality, if we believe it is a single person, then it is eternalist view. So we must be careful not to go as far as to believe in eternalist view. So yogi observe the mind-body process very carefully, and when your vipassana knowledge become mature, there is no chance for eternalist or annihilist view to arise in you. It is very sure. Because you clearly see the arising and disappearing of the units of consciousness, one by one, separately. So you know that now, even in the present life, the preceding consciousness is one thing, and the succeeding consciousness is another. So the view that I am a single person and exist permanently, the view cannot arise. Then you can see that because of the previous consciousness, the succeeding consciousness arise. In this way you can clearly know the previous consciousness is one being, and the succeeding consciousness is another being. They are not separate also. So, a nihilist view that everything dies cannot arise in a yogi. And you can be aware of the changes of the mental unit. Sometimes you feel happy, and suddenly the something unfavorable, and then dejection arises, and sometimes you feel disappointed, but suddenly the favorable condition arises and your mind happy. And after having a clear and pure mind, the condition of favorable and anger arises during meditation. And after feeling angry, and you not very well, and clear and pure mind arises again. So you can see this fluctuation of mental state is not a single mind and not a single person that exists. Then you can see that according to earlier intention, similar consciousness arises at the later time. For example, if you plan where should I go after getting up from bed, what should I do, etc., these imagination will arise upon waking up from your sleep. And you can experience how, because of the previous consciousness, a subsequent consciousness arises. So in this way you can clearly know that the preceding consciousness and the succeeding consciousness are not totally separate. If you understand the cause of preceding and succeeding consciousness in this life, you can determine the consciousness of the previous life, consciousness of the previous life and consciousness of the next life are the same. So when we are dying, we are naturally very weak, both physically and mentally. We may not even see or hear, although we are still conscious. So at that time, one of the three things will clearly occur to our mind. That is karma, karma nimitta, signs of karma, and gati nimitta, signs of destiny. Karma means our good or bad karmas, and that is going to determine our destiny. And karma nimitta means something or someone that was involved in our performance of karma. For example, if karma was donation, then the karmic sign would be the victim or the monk who accepted your donation or the things you donate to the monk or something like that. And Gadinimita signs of destiny means signs of life after death. If you are going to be reborn as a human being, the sign would be the wall of your mother's womb. If the bad person is going to be reborn in hell, then hellfire, the torturer, will be the signs of his destiny. If the person is going to be reborn in the celestial realm, then the celestial beings and celestial building mansion will be the signs of his destiny. So one of these three signs clearly occurs itself in his or her mind during his last moment. So karma or the actions are obvious to the person who has performed them, and this karma can arise according to how it was performed previously. It can appear at the time of death as though he is really doing the action. At the time of death, it will seem to the person who has committed the misdeed of killing and that he is actually performing the act of killing. At the moment of death, some people who have caught fish previously say that it appears as though they are catching a fish. It means that in their mind, they think that they are catching fish. For those who have performed act of giving, and they think that they are giving donation. Last few years, I stay in other country, and one of the devotees, very old, above 93, 94 years old, the family member invited me to accept the rope donation from their dying father. I went there and I gave some Dhamma talk, and he told me in his previous karma. So during the war time, people dying, many, and he helped other poor people who are very poor and who have no coffee, etc. He helped many people. And then he offered me the robes, and I gave some Dhamma talk to him, and I came back. A few days, the family member came to see me, and they told me that their father died. But when he was dying, he smiled, and his hand is raising as if he was offering the robes to the monk. So that is karma and karmic signs of the dying person. So during the time of the Lord Buddha in the city of Savatthi, there was chief attendants by the name of Madhammika. Madhammika means who practice the Dhamma. And so Madhammika Upasaka had 7 sons and 7 daughters. All of his sons and daughters were good sons and daughters, and who were fulfilled in the practice of sila and dana, virtues and generosity, like their father. When the old man, the Madhammika, getting old, and he became very weak due to his illness, and he asked his family members to invite the monks to come and recite the Dhamma. And when the monks came, and the monks asked the Upasaka, layman, what sutta do you want to listen? And he asked, I want to listen the Satipatthana Sutta. So the monks recited the Satipatthana Sutta. So during this time, the Madhammika saw 6 chariots from the 6 levels of celestial realms who had arrived to take him. And it is very strange. Celestial chariots, other people cannot see, but the dying person can see. And at that moment, the 6 celestial chariots came to him, and Madhammika did not want to interrupt his listening to the recitation of Satipatthana Sutta. So he said to the Devas, suddenly he said, wait for me, wait for me. So he said to the celestial beings who are arguing to take him to their celestial world. So Madhammika Upasaka said to the celestial beings, wait for me, wait for a moment. But the reciting monks thought that now the dying man, Madhammika Upasaka, wanted them to stop their recitation. So the monks stopped their recitation, and when the monks stopped their recitation, the sons and daughters of the dying man thought their father was agitated and he was close to death, so all the family members cried. So at the time, the monks thought they no longer had a chance to recite the Satipatthana Sutta, so they left. So after some time, when the Upasaka Madhammika regained consciousness, and he asked, where are the reciting monks? And the family member said, oh, they gone. You said, wait for me, and they think you don't want to listen the chanting. So they left. So the sons and daughters told him what the monks gone back. And the Upasaka said to his families, I was not speaking to the monks, Actually, I was speaking to the celestial beings from the 6 realms who had come to invite me. So take some flower garlands. If they are ready, I am going to Thuzana celestial realms. So the Upasaka said to his family, and then they throw the flower garlands, and it hang on the chariot from the Thuzana realms. So the garland remained hanging in the air. Now the Upasaka said to his families, now the flower garland is hanging on the chariot from the Thuzana realms. I am going to Thuzana celestial realms. O my sons and daughters, if you wish to go to the Deva realms like me, you should perform wholesome karma, wholesome action, charity, observing sila, etc., so that when you die, you can be reborn in the Thuzana celestial realms. So this story, Buddha, regarding this story, Buddha told that he rejoiced and greatly rejoiced when he see the purity of his good deeds. So Buddha said this stanza regarding Madhyamika Upasaka. Now yogis have done a lot of good deeds, especially vipassana meditation. All the images in front of you, meditators are practicing very quietly, and in front of you there is Buddhas and all the good meditators, and your body postures, sitting, walking, standing, and daily activities very mindfully. So these images will be your signs of karma, signs of destiny when you are dying. Because all these activities you done for many times, and these are very familiar to you, these activity will appear when you are dying. And then of course if you gain the Sotapaddi Megaphala, the signs of destiny will be very smooth and very pleasant, and you can go nearer and nearer to Nirvana of the right path. So we continue tomorrow. We have to stop our discourse for today. By practicing vipassana meditation, by observing every phenomena occurring at the 6 senses, by noting mindfully rising, falling, sitting, touching, standing, seeing, hearing, continuously and meticulously. May all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis realize the real peace in the very near future.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.